What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we got to the point where we were able to start getting Draconium, right? So we set up our tier 6 Draconium thingy, and we now have over 2,600 Draconium ore plus 3,500 Draconium dust. So we are good on the Draconium. Yes, we're getting this stuff all the time now, thanks to our tier 6 void ore miner, which is fantastic. We might look at shutting this thing off here sometime soon, because yeah, we are definitely getting a lot of this stuff. But anyway, since last episode, I went ahead and I upgraded our Wyvern Fusion crafting injectors, I guess the basic ones, to the Wyvern tier. Yep, we weren't able to do this before because we needed all the Draconium in order to make these Draconic cores, but we now have all the Draconium, so I was able to auto craft 16 of these guys and get all of this recipe done. So yeah, we have 9 of these Wyvern Fusion crafting injectors now. So that's pretty awesome. The next task is for us to make an awakened core, which actually, I guess the next task would be for us to get awakened Draconium, because we need to make this in order to make this, right? So awakened Draconium, we can make with charged Draconium blocks in a Wyvern tier crafting setup, right? We need a couple of Draconic cores, a Dragon Heart, Grains of Infinity, a Dragon Stone, and then Grains of the End. So all of this stuff in order to make 4 of these blocks. And that also costs 400 million RF for this to go through. Now that's fine. I think this is a good way to get, you know, 1 or 2 recipes of this stuff. But honestly, I really believe at this point in the game, we should kind of take a step back and take a look at this a little more closely. So the Awakened Draconium, we can get through the fusion crafting, but we can also get it through ingots into the blocks and then nuggets into the ingots. And you can get the nuggets through Awakened Draconium Essence. So mystical agriditions, mystical agriculture. Yep. So here's the deal. If we want to do it this way, which I really think that we should, we're going to need to get ourselves an Awakened Draconium crux per plant. It has to have one of those for each one. And we need a seed. So the Draconium crux does require an Awakened Draconium block underneath it. And the Draconium seeds require 4 Awakened Draconium blocks. So we need to do the Awakened Draconium recipe at least twice in order to grow more of the Awakened Draconium and potentially never have to make it the hard way again, I suppose. I feel like this is probably what we should do. Now, it is not cheap and it is not easy to get to this point, but I feel like we have enough stuff to do it. We're far enough in Astral Sorcery. We need the Iridescent Altar in order to craft it. We need the large crafting space. This does require us to have a certain constellation focus. Mineralist, I believe, is what this constellation is. So on the Iridescent Altar, we have to have Mineralist here. And I forget exactly how you do that, if you put a constellation paper there, or if you have to like get one of these crystals attuned to that. I can't remember. I'll look it up. But anyway, I really feel like we should look at doing that. So first things first, we need to do 2 of these recipes through the fusion crafting. And then instead of spending that on making awakened cores and all this other stuff, we're going to look at trying to get to the awakened Draconium seeds. And when we start getting to that, we might start doing some other ones as well. So we'll see how this all goes. But anyway, let's do this. So we're going to do this twice. So I need 8 Draconic cores, 8 of these guys. That should be craftable. We are missing the rhodochrosite. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, to be honest. So anyway, rhodochrosite, R-H-O-D-O. Here we go. This is ruby put in front of the atomic reconstructor. Ruby we have 54 of. Let's just take 27 of those, half that stack. We will place it right in front of our laser. And we'll clicky the button. Guess we'll do it again. There we go. So now we got 27 more of those things, so we should be good. Anyway, Draconic cores. What was it? 8 of these that we needed? So do we have everything now? Yes, we do. So we will go ahead and queue up that auto craft thing. Should happen quite quickly. Plutonium ingots. Yeah, that might take a little bit of time if we have to process for uranium, which I think we might have to do. I'm not entirely sure. Calcium sulfate. Okay, well, anyway, while that's going in the background, let's see what else we can do here to move things along a little bit. We need a dragon stone. We need grains of the end. Infinity we should have, because we set up that thing a while ago to like duplicate this stuff. So yeah, we have grains of infinity. So grains of the end is an ender crystal put through a manufactory or a sag mill. Ender crystal, and that is made with enderman souls in a soul binder. Did we do have a soul binder here. Okay, so do we have any soul vials full of enderman? Hey, we got one here and we got one here. Perfect. Okay. So getting back to this, that was vibrant crystal. Vibrant crystals, which we do not have. Okay. So a vibrant crystal is made with vibrant alloy around an emerald. Looks like we can do that. Emerald. Got plenty of emeralds. All right. So there's that. And then this goes here and that here. And then we need some XP, which we can just grab from our own person. And we'll do that. Cool. So now we have 2 ender crystals. And then that had to go through the sag mill. And there is our grains of the end. Okay. So we have 2 of those. And then, oops. Trying to unbookmark that. So we need mana diamond through the elven portal to get dragon stone. Mana diamond. We only have 1. I know how we can get more. All right, so we have this. Let's go turn 1 mana, or I'm sorry, 1 diamond into a mana diamond. Just do it right here. Should be fine. Cool. And then just toss both of those into there. And there we go. There's our dragon stones. Awesome. So we have a good amount of this stuff done now. Dragon hearts. We need 2 of those. We have 9. Okay, and finally, what else do we need here? Just the draconic cores. Oh, I guess we do need charged draconium. Okay, so draconic cores, those are done. Draconium, we need these blocks, and we are going to need 8 of those. Okay, so that's all done. Now, the charged draconium, I do believe, takes place over here on this, the crafting core. Let's see if we can do this. So if I click one here and I click one here, is that how that works? I thought that's how that worked. I could be wrong. Let's take a look. Wait, what just, yeah, that is how that works. Okay. It just takes a really long time and a lot of power. I was like, I thought that's how that went, but I wasn't quite sure. Yeah, it's not doing the particles because I turned off my particles. I forgot about that. I was doing a little bit of testing. It feels like the world's getting laggier and laggier, which normally happens when you have a modded world and you put things together in the same place. I was trying to like figure out what was causing it, but I don't know. It might just be this mod pack. It might be something that's uncontrolled by me, but anyway, I couldn't figure it out. I was testing it by turning the particles off. So now that we have the charged draconium blocks, we can place 4 of those in here. And then what was the rest of this recipe? It was 4 draconic cores and then 1 of each of the other things. Okay, so 4 of those, 1 of those, 1 of these, a heart, a dragon stone. Was that it? Oh, and then I have to click start. Okay, so here we go. It's charging up 400 million, right? Is that what it costs? 400 million RF going all up in there, and it's done. So yeah, this crafting you can speed up by clicking that with the time in a bottle. That does speed up the crafting, not the charging, but just that. So awakened draconium, that's our first bit of awakened draconium, but we are going to do another recipe here. So let's get this done. So there's those guys, this guy, one of, oops, that, this, that one, and the heart once again. And then we need our charged draconium blocks. There we go. All right, so we'll do 1 more. All right, guys, as expected, the way to craft this on the Iridescent Altar, where we need the mineralless constellation. Yeah, I was reading into the Astral Tome. It says the second and likely more important difference is the floating celestial above the altar allows you to focus the light of a specific constellation into the altar during crafting. By placing an attuned crystal into a special slot on the altar, it should be able to filter and direct the starlight for the crafting process. So we need an attuned crystal, and it just so happens our our constellation is in the sky tonight, which is awesome, which was this one here. So let's put that in our offhand, and then we will put our spectral relays in our main hand, and we can see the blocks that we need to place down the spectral relays on with the particles. Yep, we've done this before. And like so. Cool. So we can see the constellation down there. That's ready to go. And then we have our celestial crystal here. This one is 100% pure. I think that might be our only good one that's remaining. Let's take a look real quick. So we have some that are pure, so I'd have to grow them and then grind them down. But yeah, this is our last good one. I don't know if it has to be a specific, if it has to be, you know, the best quality, or if it can be any crystal attuned. I honestly don't know, but we'll just go ahead and use this guy anyway. So let's do that. I'll turn off my magnet so it's not going to make that sound over and over again, trying to pull in that item that it can't pull in. I also think you can time in a bottle this thing and make the attunement process faster if you wanted to do it, but the particle effects of this process are kind of interesting to watch. So, I mean, it's kind of up to you. If you're in a hurry, you could time in a bottle it, but yeah, it doesn't really take that long. Okay, so now we have our constellation attuned to mineralist. This is what we needed. And we can put this over here in our iridescent altar. Like so, yeah. So now it shows that, and on the ground down there, you can see that we have the constellation showing. So we have everything that this needed us to do special. Now, the other thing I was noticing here for crafting this awakened draconium seed is that it shows specific essences here. So emerald, diamond, draconium, rock crystal, void metal, uranium, platinum. Those are like the only ones that keep appearing here. So this is a tier 6 seed. Now, if we click on any of these, emerald, for instance, you can see that comes from a tier 5. Tier 5 has specific ones showing up here as well. So if we click on any one of these, you can see that comes from a tier 4 seed. So it really wants us to make the first tier seed, get some essence, and then we can craft another seed from the tier 1 into a tier 2, right? Yeah, that's one of those things I didn't realize here at the start, but it is something that we should do. So at least make one tier 1, then a tier 2, then a tier 3, and get the essence from it so we can craft the additional seeds. So this is mystical seed. Yeah. Are these in order? They're kind of in an order, I guess. Maybe not. Nothing special. Water seeds, ice seeds, fire seeds. Yeah, like the first tier, not that important. Maybe the wood seeds would be okay. So we can get ourselves, we can make wood or whatever out of it. Where's the essence? I'm trying, oh yeah, this stuff right here. Wood essence. The uses for that, 3 of those turn into 16 logs. And it looks like you can turn them into a bunch of different flavors of logs and saplings if you have the nature essence too, which is pretty cool. I like that. But anyway, I think we should go ahead and look at doing this. Yeah, and that's used for making a tier 2 seed. So let's make wood seeds. Wood seeds are made with a tier 1 crafting seed. So I really feel like at this point, we should look at getting these recipes set up. The crafting seeds and all of this from Mystical Agriculture. So we want a tier 1. Oh, I gotta swap this over to this pattern. Stone seeds, whatever. We're just looking at this. So base crafting seed, wheat seed plus prosperity shards. We have gotten plenty of prosperity shards from our void ore miner. Yeah, we're getting prosperity all the time right now. And I went ahead and I took some of those and I broke them apart, the ores. But yeah, we got plenty of this stuff ready to go. So this is a base crafting seed. And then we want to make a tier 1 crafting seed. Okay, so there's those two. And then we should probably look at making the tier 2, because we're going to need all these. The tier 3, the tier 4, and of course a tier 5. I think there's a tier 6 because of the mystical aggreditions. This one right here, tier 6. It's in a different spot. Okay, so this is crafted differently. You need a carpenter with sewage, insanium essence, and some seeds. Yeah, so we can't just craft a pattern for that very easily. All right, so let's put all these into our applied energistics auto crafting thingy over here. So that one, yeah, these just kind of go in order like so. Awesome. So now we can go all the way up to Supremium. And then we're also going to need the different, let's see, the different essences in order to craft them. So like Supremium Essence, we can downcraft that into, or I'm sorry, the Supremium, we can downcraft it into the Superium Essence. I'm certain if we look at the uses for this, and we scroll over, yeah, so this, we already have this. We've been getting this from the Wither bosses. That'll turn into the Superium, or Superium, how do you pronounce it, the blue. The uses for that one turns into the orange. The orange ones turn into the green, etc., etc. Let me go ahead and get all these recipes so we can downcraft it to the lowest tier. Yeah, and like I said, we've been getting these from the Wither bosses, and then we have a lot of Inferium that we've been getting from, I guess, our mob farms from before, and then we've gotten some Insanium, I do believe, from rewards. But anyway, let me get some more of these patterns going, and then we'll continue on. Cool, so we have all those essence recipes ready to go. So we have all these different ones in here. We're trying to make the wood seeds. Let's get over to this crafting. So we need a tier 1 crafting seed. Click next and do that. Very good. And then we should already have lots of Inferium essence plus some wood. There we go. There is a wood seed. So there is no quests for the mystical agriculture. Yeah, that's one of the sections that doesn't have a quest, but we did have a gate that we unlocked a while ago by doing an infusion crystal, and the rewards for that is 4 blocks of prosperity, or 4 Inferium essence seeds, tier 2, or 1 infusion crystal. None of those are really that great, to be honest. I mean, I guess I'll take the Inferium seeds, but we don't need those. Okay, so that gate has now been done. Cool. So that is another thing that we can kind of just put away. So in order to make a tier 2 seed, mystical, let's take a look. Can I just type tier 2? Can we find them that way? It looks like we can. So I don't want to do like the mob seeds because those require the slime or the chunks. Like eventually we might want to do this, but for right now, just for getting through this, let's not do that. Dye seeds I think might be kind of helpful. Let's see, the dye essence. Let me get back here. The dye essence that this makes, yeah, that can make ink sacs. And those are something that we keep having to go and farm squid for. So if we can avoid doing that, that would be fantastic. So I think we'll get a lot of use out of the dye seed. So let's go for these. So we need 4 of the dye clusters. Let's see, can we craft the dye clusters? I'm looking for the dye seed. Oh man, my cat's meowing in the background. Can you hear him? Kitty, kitty. Anyway, so there's a dye seed. Here's a dye cluster. Can we do this? We are missing what? Let's bookmark this so I can find it easier. Magenta dye is what we're looking for. So can I do that? Okay, so we have 3 of them. That's not going to get us as far as we need to go. And then we also need cyan. Okay, well, in order to do cyan, we need some kind of green. Man, I don't know what else we have here. Let's try some cactus, maybe? He's going crazy with him meowing. Oh my goodness, kitty. All right, so we'll put that in here. We'll get some green dye. That'll allow us to get the cyan. All right, and then the magenta once again. We need some kind of pink. Do we? We do have pink flowers, so I guess we can just grab... Oh, that's the petals. That's the wrong one. So I guess we could do red dye plus bone meal. That should make pink, I do believe. There you go. There's the pink, then here, the magenta, and then here. All right, so we have that. Now we can make the other ones of those. All right, so dye clusters. Man, that was a little bit more complicated than it needed to be, but we got it. All right, so we need to get ourselves a tier 2 crafting seed. Tier 2. And then we need the essence, the darker green essence, the Prudentium. We need 4 of those, so we can do that. And now we should be able to craft this guy. There it is. The dye seeds. Cool. So now that we have those, we should be able to move on to a tier 3. Now, I did notice that the tier 1s and the tier 2s didn't require the essence. I wonder if it's the tier 3s and higher that do. Yeah, this one's starting to require the starlight crafting. Okay, so tell you what, I'm going to take care of my cat since he is like really wanting my attention. And then we will take a look at crafting something from the tier 3 and higher. All right, kitty got attention. So dye seeds, we planted that here. If we take a look at, yeah, the nether quartz seeds, this is what we're going to make for the tier 3. This requires one of the tier 2 essences here. So this mystical flower essence or whatever. So it shows that we can get it through a phytogenic insulator, which requires phyto grow and the seed. And then you can get this plus the seed back. So you can kind of loop it around, but you have to give it like the phyto grow, right? So we could look at a way of like making this stuff and then doing it this way. Or we could plant it and wait for it to grow. I assume it will grow. It's still at 0%. I saw that there's a ring of growth here though from actually additions. I'm kind of curious if this will work. I've never tried this particular thing before. Ooh, it just grew 57%. 1 growth tick. Okay, let's try this. Actually, I wonder if that's because I'm enchanted with the Vitas or whatever. Is that the thing I'm enchanted with? Anyway, the things grow around me. Maybe. Anyway, so let's try this ring, and then we can do this. Ring of growth. It says 0 crystal flux. Why is that not charging? Oh, there it goes. Ah, now that's grown. Okay, so if I grab that. Oh, man, this ring of growth. Yeah, the ring of growth. There you go. This is what we need. Okay, let's turn my dislocator on. Yeah, this ring of growth, that is real powerful. That's good. Okay. Bone meal does not work. I tried spamming some bone meal on it and it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, this ring of growth, this is what we needed. That's very, very good. So we can just keep that somewhere in our inventory, I assume. Actually, can I like, does it have to be in my hand? It looks like it kind of has to be in my hand, huh? I was kind of hoping we just have it anywhere, but I guess not. So I have to be holding it. And then I charge it every time it grows. Interesting. Okay, so we have that. We have enough dye essence in order to move on here, I think, right? Oh, no, that's mystical flower essence. This is what I was thinking. The dye essence, we look at the uses for that. Yeah, starlight crafting. We can also make a tier 3 seed out of that as well. Cool. So I think that's all we need to do. So we need 4 of those. And then we were going to make the nether quartz essence. So we need 4 blocks of nether quartz. 4 blocks of those, 4 of these. And 4 intermediate essence, which is intermediate essence blocked. Okay. Intermediate. So we have 2 of those. We're going to need like 36 of them, right? Something like that. So we take those and we turn those into blocks. Okay, so now we have that. Let me put that constellation away. I think that's all we need. Oh no, we need the tier 3 crafting. Tier 3 crafting. I typed 3 and my sword went over here. Tier 3 crafting seed. Okay, here we go. Now we should have everything. So we can take this over to our altar and tell it to do that. Yeah, and this doesn't require anything special. We don't need the constellation on the ground there in order to do this, but we do need our resonating wand to boop it. So let's go ahead and right click that, get it going. Cool. So now we have another quartz seed. So we can do the same thing, plant this nether quartz seed, get the essence with this growth thing. Place that thing down there, hold this in our hand. Oh man, that is really, really, really powerful and fast. I like it. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. I'll go ahead and make a tier 4 seed and then we will look at making a tier 5, and then we can hopefully get to this Awakened Draconium tier 6. All right, guys, so we're about ready to make Uranium Seeds here. We needed 8 Supremium ingots. Yeah, 4 up here and then 4 down here. We need 8 blocks of uranium. 4 essence from the previous tier. We did, what was it, ruby? Yeah, we did ruby seeds for the previous tier, tier 4s. So the tier 5 uranium seeds, yeah, we have everything together, and this requires a mineralist constellation, so we got to check that out. And then we also need another star, which I was just killing a wither boss for, so we have that. And that just needs to go in one of these spectral relays over here. Really, rain? You know, in this mod pack, it's really easy to get rid of rain, I find, because you can just right-click on your imperfect ritual stone, and then you can grab your sleeping bag or whatever with your sleep charm, and then it's daytime and the rain's gone. Anyway, so we should be good to start this ritual up. Let's see if we can craft. If it says we have everything, we should be good to go. Yeah, so everything looks like it's good. Let's click it. And I'm not sure if it needs it in this spectral relay. Oh, it shows it over in this one. So I have to move my nether star to the correct one. Okay. Things are happening. This is a slow craft. Again, I'm pretty sure you can click this with the time in a bottle, speed that up if you want to. But here we go. Here's our Uranium Seeds tier 5. Now over here, I did set up an automation to make resonating gems. I did this because I can't find my liquid starlight drum. My portable tank or whatever that we had full of it. It's not here. It wasn't over here. And I wanted to grow some crystals. And I was like, where's my liquid starlight? Anyway, so I have these guys over here producing liquid starlight. Just been putting them into the crate. They get round robined into these guys. Yeah, so we're creating it over there. These produce more starlight. We're just kind of looping. And we have a whole lot of the aquamarine. So yeah, it's not really a big deal. So yeah, we can get a lot more liquid starlight out of the aquamarine by doing it that way. And I was just taking one of these crystals here and trying to bring it up to the highest purity size and whatever the other thing is, cutting. Anyway, so now that we have the uranium seeds, we should be able to move on to the awakened draconium seeds, what we're trying to get. Now this does require some other things, insanium ingots, so we have to make more of those supremium ingots, which is a superium ingot with some supremium essence around it. I see there's some other things here. Is there an easier way to do this? Molten supremium? No, that's pretty much the only way. So that's an intermedium with the superium, etc., 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 all the way back down to prosperity shard. I think I did make some of those supremium. Oh no, I guess I never made the ingots. Base crafting ingots. Yeah, we never did those. I did some of that off camera earlier so I could make our sword. I believe that's what the sword blade was made out of for our wither skeleton farm over here. By the way, this thing has been going for a while now, and we have beheading 10 on there, and it's still gaining more XP. So I guess we'll... Sorry, that's really loud. I guess we will upgrade that to have sharpness and things like that, because it's unbreakable and it beheads every single thing it kills. So anyway, let's move on to our awakened draconium seeds. So again, insanium ingots, we can do that. Wyvern energy cores, I think we had that. Yeah, we have wyvern energy cores. How many did we need? We needed 2 of those. Let's tell it to craft up 2 of those. We are missing ruby. Okay, so I went to the desert. We were running out of this last time. I went to the desert and over this way. Yeah, and you can search for ruby ore with the digital miner. So I did that. So we got a bunch of the ruby ore, but then we made ruby seeds now, and we won't have to worry about farming up a ruby ever again, which is fantastic. But anyway, we needed this stuff for the wyvern energy cores. Is it happy now? Everything's happy. We'll craft those up. All right, well, yeah, I'll just go ahead and get the rest of this stuff together. Oh, you know what? Insanium essence. And see, oh, we can use the regular infusion crystal. I was thinking we had to make the master infusion crystal. We probably should make this thing, but that is a lot of crafting. We'll probably look at doing that next time, I think. Yeah, because we have to make all of these tier 3 runes from Botania. I mean, I'm sure we can do all this, but let's focus on one thing. We have plenty of the other infusion stones, the infusion crystals, to do what we need to do. So if we grab the Supremium stuff and we do this, yeah, there's our Insanium essence that we're looking for, and we're gonna need quite a few of that. 4 crafts per ingot, so we need half a stack of those, and each one of these can do 25. Oh, actually, whoops. It went through all of the different infusion crystals, didn't it? Infusion, wow, yeah, I just chewed through a bunch of them. I didn't actually mean to do that many. Okay, well, what's the recipe on the infusion crystal, just so I know? If we have to make more of these, because that was a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's just the Ender Amethyst, right? Ender Amethyst. And we got plenty of that, so that's not a big deal. Anyway, let me go ahead and get the rest of this stuff together, do the rest of this crafting. We will make our Awakened Draconium Seeds and then our Awakened Draconium Crux, and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so we got everything together except for the tier 6 crafting seed to make our Awakened Draconium Seeds. Yes, and that required us to have sewage as well as all of this other stuff. We can do it cheaper in the Advanced Carpenter. It only costs 2 Insanium Essence. It might be worth doing that actually. So we need at least half a bucket of sewage. We'll probably go for a full bucket. So I made a animal sewer off camera here. It's really inexpensive machine key, some brick, whatever. Like that's nothing for us anymore. So let's place that down. We are going to need to give it some kind of a power supply. So let's grab some kind of a flux point, one of these guys, and select the network. Okay, so it's got power. So pretty much you have to have an animal on there. I think it works with a player too. At least it used to. Maybe it doesn't work with players anymore. Maybe you do have to have some kind of an animal. I have killed a lot of the animals that are around here because they keep making noise and we haven't really done anything with them. So I know I've seen some around here. If I could just find one real quick and then put it on there. I wonder if a squid would work. I wonder, do squids make sewage? Let's find out. We're going to do this for science. All right, Mr. Squid, do you make sewage? It doesn't look like we're getting sewage off this guy. Dang it. Show working area. And he's gone. Okay, that's just some kind of graphical glitch. All right, well, I'll put him back in the... Oh, can I not put him in the water? There. It's in the water. So yeah, we need to find some kind of an animal around here. I know there's cows and things like that around. Here's a cow. I think this might be the cow that we made a long time ago so we could get milk. Just been kind of chilling up there. Let's place the cow right there. All right, yeah, it's doing stuff now. So we are getting sewage. Okay, well, we need to speed this up and we need to get a full bucket. I wonder, can I do this to speed it up? Oh, that's a good way to get sewage pretty quick. Just time and bottle it. All right, so we got enough. We just need a bucket. Oh, I got a bucket on me. There. All right, so there's a bucket of sewage. Now, I'm going to use this Advanced Carpenter over here for this recipe. This is the one that's just being filled full of water. I'll just do this temporarily. Get rid of Applied Energistics. We will break this block and then replace it. Ow. Jelly Cryothium everywhere. I think we're fine. I don't think that's a big issue here. Can I just right-click the sewage onto here? Cool. All right, so now we got sewage in this. So again, the recipe for what we're trying to do here, we want to make this guy. So we need 4 seeds, 2 Insanium, 4 seeds, 2 Insanium, and then the tier 5 crafting seed. And that needs to go over into our input. Where's the input? Back here somewhere? Right here. All right. So the input, so there's that, this, and then the tier 5. And is that going to craft our tier 6? Ooh, looks like something's happening. Okay, I guess we did it. Yeah, there's a tier 6. So it might be worth setting up an automated thing to make these, but honestly, I don't know how many of these tier 6 seeds we are going to need. So, I mean, if we do need a lot of them, we can definitely get this thing automated, put a cow somewhere on top of one of those sewer things and make a new one of the advanced carpenters. That is something that we could do. But anyway, let's try and do this. We are missing 2 Wyvern cores and a block of Insanium. Wyvern energy cores and Insanium. Okay, so we had 3 blocks of Insanium. I thought I made too much of that, but we did not make enough actually. So let's see, can we make the blocks of Insanium? Trying to find the right thing here. So this. Okay, so we need that much. All right. So there's our last block of Insanium. Now can we do this? Please let's be able to do it. All right, Draconium Seeds. I'm going to boop it. Let's do it. Well, time in a bottle to make it go a little faster too. Oh, yeah. We need a block of Nether Star right here. Forgot about that part. Okay. So now is it happy? I'm not sure what it's doing. Oh. Apparently it doesn't like the fact that I booped it a few times, I guess. So what's going on here? All right, now we got full starlight power again. I guess it's working. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. I guess maybe when it needs something, one of these spectral relays, if you click it with the time in a bottle, it breaks things. I don't know. But anyway, Awakened Draconium Seeds, and then we need the Awakened Draconium Crux. Let's see if we can make that real quick. We should have everything for that. 2 Awakened Draconium Ingots. So let's take apart one of these. There's that. Awesome. All right, so, ooh, quest complete. Awakened Draconium Ingot. I didn't even know there was a quest for that. All right, so we'll dig down 2 blocks here, and we're going to put the crux right like so. And the seed there with the ring of growth. And look at this, guys. We are now able to grow Awakened Draconium. Was it really worth all this? I don't know. If there's a way that we can get this thing to be sped up or automated, that's definitely a thing that I am interested in. So we might look at doing something like that. I'm not sure what it's going to take for us to automate this. I know there are other types of growth crystals in this pack. The growth accelerator. This is from Mystical Agriculture. We might be able to grow things faster using that underneath. Lamp of growth from Thaumcraft. The Hoa growth. There's like a whole bunch of different things in this mod pack. So we'll have to check that out. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.